Hey babes, welcome back to Coffee Over Apples. My name is Steph. This is my monthly TBR game in which Magic the Gathering cards determine what I'm going to read for the month of March.
It could change the world.
In case you're new here, really briefly, what I do is I pit two cards against each other in basically a game of war. I'm basically putting two cards against each other, and whichever one has the highest number on the top corner wins. And I have color-coordinated die with prompts attached to them. Now, before we get started, let's go ahead and see if I finished the reads I was supposed to do in February. In February, I was supposed to read Trader of Red Winter by Ed McDonald, and I did read this. I was supposed to read Defectors by Paula Ramos, and I did read this. I was supposed to read The Gloomy Girl Variety Show by Frida Apum, and I did read this. I was supposed to read We Do Not Part by Hong Kong, and I am almost done with this. I'll probably end up finishing this today. And I was supposed to also read Death of the Author by Nnedi Okorafor. There's still a couple days left in February, so I will be starting this tomorrow, and worst case, finishing it by the 1st of March in time for the live show. I was also supposed to read this, but this is just going to get pushed into March, and I honestly don't care anymore. Let's go ahead with rolling our die and see what the prompts give us. Roll number 1. Welcome to the playmat. We have a random stack of magic cards, magic pie color coordinated dice to roll depending on what card wins. Round 1. Let's see. Prismatic Strands. It is white with 3 mana versus Winds of Change, and it's 1 mana. Okay, looks like we are rolling a white. Here we go. The white die. And rolling for 1. Round 1 gave us a white die and rolled us a number 1. The prompt for that is to use a random color generator, so I went ahead and got a random color generator online. This is the outcome of that generator, and I should probably use this as an opportunity to get a head start on some of the arcs that I have, especially because I have one for March. So I'm going to squeeze this in here for Nameless Things by Ernest Jensen. This is an arc that I got from Saga Press. It is a horror. Evil worms come out of the ground after a meteorite strikes it in the forest, and a group of campers who went there in order for a bit of catharsis after a really bad breakup may not be getting the catharsis that they wanted. That's all I know about it, and it sounds amazing. So I'm going to be reading this in the beginning of March in order to put up my review before March 15th. Round 2. Let's go again. Oh, another white. 2 mana Containment Priest versus Spell Pierce, which is 1 mana. Okay, well, it looks like I'm rolling a white die again. Let's see what we get. 4. Multiple POV. Okay, round 2 gave us multiple POV. I don't have a lot of books on my TBR shelf that has multiple POV, but there is a big series that I've been in the middle of for 3 years. I'm so sorry that I'm like this, but it's the only one that I can think of, and I'm going to use it as an excuse to continue this series. Hi, Cibola Burning. So excited. I love The Expanse, and you would think with as much as I loved the first 3 books that I would have finished this series when I first picked it up 3 years ago. No, apparently I don't like joy. But it reads pretty quickly. I'm pretty sure I could finish this in like a week if I sit down because it's actually pretty action-packed. So the question is, am I going to be able to get to it? I guess we'll find out. Round 3. Ice Fang Quato Snake. The art on this is really cool. Flash, flying, yes, flying, meaning whatever is next is going to fly over and fight the next card. It is going to fight Chain Lightning, which is 1 mana. That means Ice Fang Quato wins. I'm going to roll a blue and green die. I think that's how I'm going to do this. And then I guess of the 2 dice, whichever prompt I like is to fit a book I guess I need, is the one we'll choose.
Oh, okay. 2 and 12.
Round 3 was a green 12, which is a manga. Yay! I love manga, and manga is easy to read. And also, if you've been following me, you might be aware of my Berserk journey. So I'm going to go ahead and finish Omnibus Volume 5, which 5 times 3, I can do math. I think I'm on volume 15 at the moment. So great, I can actually sit down in one evening and enjoy some pain. Clearly, there's a theme.
Last round. Ooh, Fiery Inscription from the Lord of the Rings set. That's 3 mana with red versus Run Away Together. Okay, I love the art on this. It's from the Baldur's Gate set. Look at the illithid. Okay, so 3 versus 2. We are rolling a red die. A 3. Interesting.
Round 4 gave us a red 3, which is fire on the cover. This is perfect because I have another arc that I need to get to, not relatively soon, but the more arcs that I can get to, the better. On my Kindle, I actually have an e-arc of The Devils by Joe Abercrombie. This is going to be my first Joe Abercrombie, and it actually sounds exactly up my alley. Thank you so much, Shator, for sending this to me. I'm really excited about it. Something about ragtag team of people and devils and maybe we're in hell. I don't know, but I'm just here for it. And there is fire in the form of candles on the cover. All right, so now here's my problem. My problem is that I run 2 book clubs, the Interstellar Sci-Fi Book Club, where we read science fiction every month, and also the Annotation Station, where we read a nonfiction and a fiction book every month. And I was not able to fit any of those books into any of these prompts. So all of these books are in addition to the 3 books that I need to read for my book clubs. If you want to join the Interstellar Sci-Fi Book Club, the link for that is in the description below. That is open to anybody who wants to join. And in the month of March, we are reading Worlds of Exile and Illusion by Ursula K. Le Guin. This actually contains 3 books in it, but it's really small. I think it's like less than 400 pages altogether. And it's technically books 1, 2, and 3 that prelude The Left Hand of Darkness. We read The Left Hand of Darkness last year. It was my first Ursula K. Le Guin. I absolutely loved it. And even though it was number 4 in the series, it honestly functioned as a standalone. So I am excited to find out more about this world and the events that led up to The Left Hand of Darkness. But I'm just really honestly excited for anything Ursula K. Le Guin. So if you'd like to read that with us, again, link is in the Discord, you can join. Now for the Annotation Station, which is my nonfiction and fiction book club in which we read to stay informed, the nonfiction pick is On Tyranny by Timothy Snyder. This kept coming up to me as a really teeny tiny, it's like 100 pages, I think. 20 lessons from the 20th century to understand and recognize what leads people to fascism. So how to recognize of someone who is a Schnazi and a fascist. The fiction book that we're going to read is Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin. This is also going to be my first James Baldwin, and I'm very excited about that. Giovanni's Room, I believe, is a queer story. I believe it's following 2 gay men, and I just know that it's going to be heart-wrenching, but I'm absolutely here for some James Baldwin. Because while I've never read any of his actual novels, I have read some of his essays and I've read transcripts of some of his talks. So I've always been infatuated with things that he has to say, but I've never actually sat down to read it. If you would like to read either On Tyranny or Giovanni's Room with us, you can get access to the Discord by becoming a channel member at any level. So in March, it looks like I'm reading this and this and this and this and this and this, and this. Let's see how much of this I can actually get around to. Anyway, if you'd like to support my channel in any capacity, consider becoming a member or checking out any of the links below to follow me on any of my social media. I'm a creative person who posts videos whenever I feel like it. Thanks for watching. Bye!
Mr. Wonka worked the factory.